Beautiful beings of the universe, welcome to Now. I'll be talking about people and relationships in this day and age. So, as in the current time, when the times are so toxic, and you see people, so called couples, which are not actually couples because it's one needy man just being with another needy woman, and there's no love if you see. There's only a give and take relationship, which is at a very, very shallow level. And that is not even love. But how the society is, somebody who is very much aware, who is very much conscious, they're going to tell that person as, no, 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 it's not you who know that, it's me, like who's more aware, and it's me who can talk of love because see, I've got this person next to me. And then what they do is they just come together and go about bringing people down. This is not what love is. If two people are truly in love, then it's a different sort of a feeling altogether. They are more about lost into their own world. But because the way the society is so much toxic and people they cannot face themselves. They just cannot be sitting with themselves. So what they do is they just go on dating apps and find some trash man or woman because they're so scared and terrified to be with their own selves. And then they call it love. I would just laugh at that. Like, are you kidding me? Love is such a deep thing. It's a spiritual ascension. And unless and until you do not know yourself, there's no way that you can be with another person and call that he's my lover or she's my lover. True love is a very different thing. And almost everyone, they say that, okay, I love this person and I'm married and I have kids and this and that. All that is just a escape mechanism because they cannot be with themselves or they just cannot face the hollowness, the emptiness of that I. And it's so difficult to be living in a world where you are just pushed around by the situations and circumstances. So people, they're so terrified. In order to escape that, they just marry, which is another meaningless pursuit, which has got just no sense at all if you are not coming from the center. And all of these setups that society made just so that you do not have to face your own self, so that you can stay a coward, so that you can stay as a dumb person, so that you can be easily ruled. And that was the case because anytime the person who spoke the truth, they were seen as an outcast. And what the society did to them was they would never come together and support them. See, when Jesus Christ talked of the truth, he was crucified because what he said was the real love, what he said was the real truth, and people just could not bear his light. So they did simple thing. Let's crucify Christ and say like, yeah, so that anybody who tries to shine their light, anybody who's coming to the center of who they are, and they should be punished. So where do we go with this? The tricky part here is if you think that taking to the meaningless pursuit is going to take you somewhere, you are terribly wrong. Because while you are actually taking on that wrong path of doing something that is not aligned with your soul, you are paying the price for that then and there. And that comes in many forms. That comes in forms of feeling hollow, feeling meaningless. Why do you think most of the people in society, they are just moving around without any sort of meaning? You see, humans are more at an animalistic level. And that's why our society has got so low state of consciousness. And they might have things and material and they call that, I've got this and that, now I'm successful. Who are you to say that? It's in fact all driven by a set of people who say that let's act in this and this manner and then I will praise you and you praise me. And that is what we call a society, which is all a stupid, meaningless game that people play. Somebody who has got the courage to tell the truth, and you better tell the truth and you better see to it for what it is, because acting blind is going to take you nowhere. People, they try to be like the hero. They try to follow you wherever you go as the chosen one, as the person of light. They try to copy and mimic everything that you do, but they cannot. Why? Because they do not have a good intention, because their soul is tainted, their soul is dark. And you, if you are actually a person of light, if you are the spirit of light, you will have to face all these demons in the outer world. It's sad, it might seem painful, and it might even cause you your death. But anyway, everybody would die. So to be living and acting like dumb, just like rest of the crowd does, just so that you can play safe, is like you have embraced your own death at a very, very low state of consciousness, which is just meaningless. And on the other hand, when you're embracing your own fears, and when you choose to tell the truth despite the resistance from the world, despite the hate from the world, despite whatever comes, you are the revolutionary. And as you choose to live in the light, you are making a ripple effect in the entire universe. It's time that you be who you are and you stop hiding. Like you see, most of the people, they're all wearing black, covering their face, covering everything off, because they're too scared to be themselves. And they just think how they have been threatened by society. If they go about threatening others, that is going to bring them some security. That's bullshit. It's like you taking the scissors and clipping your own wings. You never even chose, you never even thought of who you can be. Because you see, that needs a lot of courage and work. And free falling is just a free fall. Falling has always been easy. But if you want to ascend yourself, if you want to raise yourself up, there's a whole lot of work, and nobody wants to do that. So rather what they do is they come together and let's bring and crucify Christ. That is easy. So there's a lot of work when you get to work on your own self. And like I said, gravity will always bring you down. So there are times when you might think like, why am I doing all this as a hero? Why am I to suffer so much? Because this path is so tricky, this path is so difficult. But why you do that, and why you still get up after each fall? Because you are the hero, because you are the chosen one, because you have got diamond in your soul, and you're not like them, and you should never ever dim your light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.